You've managed to fight your way all the way through Cragmaw Castle, and now here we are at the final chamber. We're going to kick the door in on King Grol for a D&D boss battle. Hey there, Dungeon Masters, I'm Cartoon Lark, and today I'd like to take a look at the battle with King Grol and how to make a battle with a bugbear the best battle ever. First thing I want to be able to do, as always, is max out King Grol's hit points, and if you read The Lost Mine of Phandelver, his hit points are already stated to be maxed out at 45. Once that's said, we're going to take a look at everything in the room and how we can use everything to change the battle as the battle goes on. The best part of an epic battle is something that is constantly changing, where the players now have to adapt. Now, in the first round of combat, I would run it just as the guide says so. The room is brightly lit by a brazier, there's a table in the room, Gundren is knocked out to the side, and Snarl, the wolf, and Vierith, the doppelganger, are all ready to attack along with King Grol. Even if they're in the middle of their argument when the party arrives, if they did so stealthily, they're going to start the attack. I like to have them go second whenever possible, but what's going to happen is once the party does enter that room and they get involved, I'm going to have Snarl do his attack, I'm going to have Vierith do her multi-attack, which is incredibly dangerous as a doppelganger, and I'll have King Grol do one of his attacks, one of his most powerful attacks. However, once we get to round 2, things are going to change a little bit. I recommend, because Vierith's goal is to report back to the Black Spider, round 2 of combat, if she has taken any hits at this point, she's gonna bail. There's arrow slits in the windows along the sides of the wall. She'll take the opportunity attacks if necessary, but she is going to slip out through those window holes and jump down to the ground. Now it's just Snarl and King Grol, but King Grol is about to change the field of combat. He's gonna use his action this turn, or if your party's doing really well, maybe his bonus action, to go over to the brazier that's along the side of the room. He's going to grab that and throw it across the room. I would have the party make dexterity saving throws, or if they have a shield, they can automatically pass, to take 1d6 fire damage as hot coals spread across the room. Snarl can also take some of the damage too if you want to be really cruel to your wolf character. But now, because the brazier is basically spread across the floor, the room is dimly lit. This is going to be a big adherence to a lot of your human players who now have trouble seeing and will have disadvantage on their attacks. However, King Grol has dark vision, so his attacks will be normal in this dim light. As we get to round 3, King Grol should have taken some damage. Snarl may already be dead, and now King Grol is going to be getting desperate. So he can threaten Gundren's life if he can get to that side of the room, or he can at least get over to the table on the other side of the room, flip that down, and use that for partial cover to try and filter the fighters, the players, into one direction, one line of attack. King Grol should be a pretty decent warrior, so he should know that if he can line the players up, he's got the best chance of surviving an attack against them. So we've got 3 rounds of combat in total. Round 1, the enemies attack just like the book says so. Round 2, we fling hot coals across the room, changing the lighting and maybe even making some difficult terrain for the players. And round 3, King Grol flips that table to use his partial cover to line the players up against him, so half of them are hitting the table, half of them are hitting him. In these 3 rounds of combat, King Grol may die in that time. If it goes longer, that's fine, but continue to use the things that are in the room that the book gives us and anything else that you want to play with to make this the best battle ever. It also describes that King Grol's got some trophies along the wall of the room, different animal heads. Maybe he uses those as a weapon. Maybe he starts throwing those at the players. Have some fun with it. Play with these options. And remember, a straight combat can get old really fast, especially after a dungeon crawl. If the players have already been fighting and fighting and fighting in straight combat, make the boss battle the best battle ever. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. I appreciate any likes that you want to give, and I will play you next time.